of the map, and Weibo Gaming will be on the right. Let us hear our audiences as they get ready to celebrate what may be the final game in the series or the start of a major comeback for the side of Weibo Gaming.
Wow, already the passive here coming in from Sulia has been proc here, but Catboom coming in from Tingyue. It will be disarming the likes of AG Strike here. Strike going extremely low, gets taken down by the Catboom.
Beautiful start for the side of AG, right? No, for Weibo, because taking a first blood is definitely in their favor. But right now, it's also about making sure you get the neutral resources. So that Firehawk at the bottom, already secured by Weibo Gaming. This is great for Max. Let's see what else can they build upon to make sure that they can come back against AG.
And so far, First Bloods has been consistent coming in from Tingyue with a 9 First Blood mark in the Grand Finals.
Yes, now this is not going to be a steal coming out from Tingyue. The attempt was made, but Space Sprite does go into their hands. So Weibo, they start off strong, but AG, we know that they're very consistent in catching up and making sure they're able to steal camps away from Weibo Gaming as well. Let's see how this is going to work out for them.
And so far, this early game is in favor of Weibo Gaming, like you mentioned here. We have to go back to the topic that we discussed during the pick and bans here. The 4th minute mark is exceptionally important here coming in for Weibo Gaming. Past 3 games, not so great here for Weibo Gaming's execution. So this game, while they fix their issue, is what we will want to see as viewers and fans.
Yes, I'm just really concerned about Weibo Gaming. Like, can they deal with the flank coming out from AG, right? And this flank will come naturally from Ran. If they don't shut down Ran in lane, then they need to be really careful about the way that they take fights. And this was their first blood. Nice bait, right? They actually used the full value of the Iron Colossus.
And this is the beauty of Catboom as a mage towards the mid lane here. He has so much wave control against Lady Zun. The movement of this Catboom is so quick towards the river here. And I think Swai was also quite surprised because he had like heal and he didn't really press it.
Yeah, the coach as well, and a little bit of disarray over that first blood. Not what they expected, but right away, you don't give things away for free, right? You always put pressure, and this is what AG is famous for. In fact, every KPL team has this trait. You don't get things for free. Here, the dive comes in. This is that initial marker they're looking for. Will not get that final strike from the side of Lingham, but they can put some pressure on their Azure Golem.
Yup, Lingham here having the initiative towards the jungle here, but River Sprite protection is still available coming in for all gamers.
Yep, Invincible Warrior gonna be used. There's a lot of life, and it's not enough against the side of Weibo Gaming. They get the Iron Colossus down. At this point, they did manage to get the steal on that Azure Golem. Lingham will be able to make it out safely. But for now, Ran goes on a 2v1. Doesn't need to dive too far. Right now, it's really about damage control. It is going to be a 1k goalie for the side of Weibo Gaming as we approach close to that 4-minute mark. What does Weibo Gaming do with this advantage?
But I gotta say here, Kin, I don't know what they're gonna do with the advantage, but it's such a better thing here coming in from Weibo Gaming as Tingyue again executes Zoe in his own jungle.
So Tingyue has had like MVP performances with his Catboom, and today it looks like it's going to be another one in the bag for them. Right now, putting a lot more pressure. Taking away the jungle so early is great, and here comes the pressure of the Catboom. Just free shots with the kitty bombs as well, and at this 4-minute mark, the pit is going to be open for Weibo Gaming.
And much better early game here coming in from Weibo Gaming. Very dominant performance here in this 4th minute mark. This is the Weibo Gaming that we've seen in the lower semis and lower finals here. Finally, they have awoken in this early game.
Yep. I mean, if there's any time to recover, it has to be now, right? Weibo Gaming, they need everything they can get their hands on, be it the minions, be it the kills, be it the neutral objectives as well. And Tingyue, he has been really consistent with those kitty bombs as well.
Yeah, he's just all over the map here, putting so much pressure on Yino's Direnjie towards the bottom. You can just look at those bombs. It's just landing on Yino, bombs after bombs after bombs. Yino has to think like, oh, sniper coming in from Shouyue here. Bombs coming in from Tingyue's Catboom here. So much to dodge here, so much pressure on this Direnjie towards bot lane.
Yes, the biggest marker is the fact that they're locking the members of AG here, which means they get to play the map rotations a little bit better. There is going to be a wraparound by Mengxi, not going to be having too much value because he is scouted out by Sheng. But once again, the lane advantage, this builds so much room for Max to really snowball.
We have to still see the mid-game potential coming in from Weibo Gaming. We still see a double marksman setup here coming in from all gamers here. So, when the DRNG and Ron hits 2 items, that's where AG's goal time, the bell, will be struck here. Weibo Gaming, they have to utilize this lead to push it to an even larger gap for their team.
Yes, it's 2,000 in advantage to Weibo Gaming. This is the best result they've had in all of the games in the best of 7 series just yet. So right now, it really is about securing, making sure that there's no growth coming out from the side of AG, but it's getting a little bit difficult because AG are pushing, they're testing the limits of Weibo Gaming. They're trying to enter the jungles, get free camps.
And this is a much better game for Weibo Gaming here. Lin Heng found his footing in the jungle department here, winning out a lot of these gold against Zoe in this jungle matchup here. And Ting Yue being the focal point of this exchange here, winning out the mid lane rotations, winning out the side lane pressure here, providing so much room for Max and Lin Heng to escalate this game.
And they can't really handle him, right? DRNG is very short-handed. He does not have the range that Ting Yue offers. And right now, this is going to be a 3-member push pressure on the top side. But you're going up against an invincible warrior. Backup comes as well. They don't have to overcommit. Weibo Gaming, they play it safe for now.
Yep, Celestial Melody provides the Invisible Warrior once again off cooldown here. So that's a big CD here that Shuai has to suffer for the next upcoming minute here, as we see all these teams here are focusing their priorities towards the clash lane of Ron's Zikong, but the engage goes through.
Oh, beautiful. They push him back as well, but with the ultimate, Ron does make it out, so there is no kill potential. Wait, hang on. This is Ting Yue we're talking about. The cap boom makes that explosion. All-round explosion as well. They get another one. Sheng is going to be taken down, and Weibo Gaming come alive.
They come alive and they are rocking the scoreboard right now. 0-4 in terms of kills as they take a 2-0 clean in terms of this exchange right now. You're knocking onto this tier 1.
Yeah, they will have to make that full value. T1 in the middle. One more strike with the all-round explosion. Forces the flash from Ino as well. This is the best state of the game Weibo has been at in this 4 games of the best of 7 series. And for now, look at the lead. It's close to 4,000 gold in advantage for Weibo Gaming.
And just 7 minutes short, they pulled out such a big lead just for Weibo Gaming here. Ting Yue is so darn good on this cap boom.
They have to secure it. They do put it in the hands of Zoe as well, so that's a recovery on the side of all gamers. They just need to make sure they find an opening to maybe shut down Max, and that will allow them that comeback factor. But for now, that is not going to be the case because 6,000 gold with another jump on the top side. Ron uses his ultimate to try and escape. Will make it out for now, but the snipe will not hit the mark as well, so AG survive.
Yeah, Ron with the fancy feet escapes from the danger here, but the mid-game potential that we talk about with this Zikong and DRNG is nowhere to be seen. Ting Yue on this cap boom, masterclass performance, zoning, doing damage, 44% damage on just one hero is nuts.
Yes, he really bought so much space for the side of Weibo Gaming, right? I mean, the rotations is one, the wave clear is a secondary one, but the most important value that he got was the fact that Max is pretty much left untouched. He does not lead his counterpart Inoa by too much, but in terms of itemization, this is where you want. You want that Shadow Reaper, you want that Eternity Blade, and we are close to the 10-minute mark. You need that snowball factor for Max.
And also, one key thing. It's good that Max is equal in gold because Max scales better than a DRNG on the Shoyu here. This Shoyu is just gonna get ramping up all these gold and be this late game menacing force that all gamers might not have an answer for.
Yes, and they're kind of pressing themselves against the wall, right, on the side of AG, because you have to work your way past the frontliners in order to access Max. And for now, it's a 2-man dive on the T2 at the bottom. Ron is doing his best to hold on the fort. And for now, Max does enter the fray, will try to get the snipe. Nice dodge with that Ocean of Tears as well. And AG, yes, they're down, but they're not out yet.
But we see AG's heart rate, right? So, you know, in winning games, he has a heart rate of 150. So this game, is he rather chill in this game because he knows for a fact that this is a dummy draft?
I don't know. I mean, I would expect that, hey, you're still leading the series by 3-0, right? So if there's one loss, that's fine. I think end of the day, they have put up very good picks on the side of Weibo Gaming as well.
That might be indeed the case right now. His heart rate just skyrocketed back to 152. So this game, Weibo Gaming's early to mid game has been phenomenal. So 10 minute right now, shadow objectives has been spawned towards the map. We need to see how Weibo Gaming escalate this game because this is one of the biggest lead they got so far in the series.
I don't think it's wise for all gamers to really dive a little bit too hard, but they need information here. It will be secured by the side of Weibo Gaming. So everything's still in great synergy for the side of Weibo Gaming. Let's see how far do they want to start pushing this, because Max, with that increase on the Tyrant buff as well, he has extra damage, extra movement speed. They can really make it hurt for the AG.
Oh yeah, and right now Max is already like 3.5 items. He's just gonna be hitting all these auto attacks heavily onto Zoe on this singular tank here. And right now, look at the amount of poke here coming in from the snipes, coming in from the bombs of Tingyue.
Yep, they just want to push them back. They want access into the T2. Here comes the flash as well. Mengxi gets the catch onto the backlines, but it's a little bit too far forward. Ling Heng could be taken down. Ran chasing in. They get the kill. Sheng responsible for the downfall. And suddenly, Weibo Gaming are on the run. And it's not looking good. AG, what a recovery. What a time to do it as well. Can they get rid of the menace that is Tingyue? Tingyue will be managing to escape. But for now, AG regained a little bit of control.
That was under the influence of Shadow Tyrant here, kid. They want a fight without Shadow Tyrant, and right now, they're pathing towards the Shadow Overlord while winning from a deficit. This is crazy stuff coming in from AG, the magical 10-minute AG mark.
Yes, they are known as the 10-minute team, but right now, 1v1, this is not looking good. It's gonna be a big victory for Tingyue. He gets one. The backup comes from Zimo as well. Maybe they want to go for more. There's a lot of kitty bombs, and a second kill in quick succession for the side of Tingyue. As Weibo Gaming, they come to life here.
They come to life, but at what expense? They get 2 dry kills, but they give up the Shadow Overlord that they need to formulate that game-winning push here. And right now, you're in a situation where they are tied almost 50-50 in terms of the scoreline.
Yeah, but this is not good then for the side of Weibo Gaming. They need a very significant advantage. Yes, you have a late game insurance in the form of a 6-slotted max, but if you don't have the numbers advantage, you don't take a fair 5v5, that is not going to work in your favor.
That is indeed the case right now. We need to see how Weibo Gaming continues to escalate their lead, because right now, Yino has already completed the Succubus Cloak here, so Tingyue on the Cat Boom will not be as efficient compared to before.
A slight mute, I guess. But Weibo Gaming, of course, this advantage is still theirs. They have managed to take the T2 on the top side. So Mengxi has a very important role here. He is meant to push them back so that they don't get the backdoor protection. That's where they're going to have value in finding these T2s. They need to make the Fog of War work for them on the side of Weibo Gaming.
Yeah, Fog of War will be key here, but there's only one tank of all gamers, and that is Zoe on this Kaiser here. So, Snipe comes through and steals away the Crimson Golem from the hands of Yino. That's gonna be painful.
Yeah, goodness me, Max is really pushing the limit in this game number 4. But I mean, this is the time to do it, right? So right now, AG, they play their final card with that first play. The Shadow Overlord is gonna be summoned on the top side, buys them a little bit of time.
Wow. Can't believe it. AG bringing the game back from such a desperate state is so amazing here. Right now, the next objective will be that 30-second on the map, but oh my god, Changshen almost gets taken down.
Yep, they force him to use the flash, that's great. But the 1v1, Ran is not doing well against Sumo. Sumo, can he get the solo kill? At the same time, they know there's a numbers advantage. Weibo Gaming want to push their way into that Azure Golem on the top, secured by Ling Hen as well. T2 at risk. There is still a minion, backdoor protection, but what a dive! As Max gets the cleanup kill with the help of Sumo as well. And now AG are fighting 4v5.
Beautiful follow-up here coming in from Zimo here. So, Flash is already expended by Yino, extremely low. The moment he flashed away from Zimo's flash gradation, Max snipes just so happily lands onto Yino's face and executing him from any potential escape.
Yes, and this is going to be a security in the form of the Shadow Tyrant buff for the side of Weibo Gaming. Looking good for now, but yes, we do see you in the comments, and it's kind of like, okay, somebody's 100% win rate is going to be destroyed today.
Yep. Ron's got this, is probably getting destroyed. Lin Heng's pay got destroyed. So you kind of got a point here in the comment section here. But it's still yet to be the end of the game here. We need to see how Weibo Gaming escalates this final potential push here. Or would it be able to get the high ground turrets here that all gamers is looking to defend?
They have to push them back. The Radiant's going to be used 1v1, jungler versus jungler, but it's looking better for the side of Zoe. They have gotten the pushback onto him as the rest of Weibo Gaming looking for an opening. The refresh comes in from the Dolia. This is going to refresh Zoe's ultimate. He will have it for the next defense. But for now, Weibo Gaming, they need to play this slow. They cannot overcommit because the punishment at this time in the game is going to be really painful.
And Tingyu is super locked in this game here. He's getting all these pokes in everywhere on the faces of all gamers. And all gamers, just from this one Cat Boom and Shoya combination in terms of the poking department, their reach is not as long as we expect here. Yes, Ron and Yino, double marksman here. But there's no double marksman if they're poked out of team fight just before it starts.
I like the fact that you say that. I think, one of the things that Weibo has not achieved in this game yet is to put their hands onto Ino. Yes, he has died once in his game, but as the game goes later, you start to see that they don't really have that much access into Ino, and that could cost them the game because you might overdive on the side of Weibo Gaming.
Yup, we will have to see how Weibo Gaming escalates this final push here. Shadow Vanguard has been secured in their pockets here, so Vanguard waves will be crashing towards all 3 lanes here. Shadow Vanguard has been spawned towards the top side of the map, and right now we see the Charlotte goes in for more pokes and forcing them back towards their base.
Yeah, this is the Zumo that we wanted from game number 1, right? And finally, this guy has come alive, and with the help of Tingyu, they're actually forcing them back into very tight corners, which is perfect. That's what Mengxi wants. Here comes a dive from Lingham, trying to push them back. They need to find value. They need the backdoor protection gone. But with that, Invincible Warrior going to be committed by Zoe as well. This defense has been immaculate so far, but the snipes are coming in, and right now, AG survived, but there's one more. This one is a big one. Shadow Overlord, this time in range. Backdoor protection not available anymore. It's going to be numbers advantage for the side of AG, but here comes the jump in as well, the knockup. They do defend their T3 on the top for the moment. So AG, they have pushed Weibo Gaming back. What more can they do here?
What more can they do will be the question that Weibo Gaming has to answer here, as Yino forces the Vanguard to stay out of turret range. An immaculate defense that's being played up by AEG, even though they're losing out more than 4,000 gold in this mid to late game situation.
Yep. It's lucky for Weibo because AG have not found a way into the heart of Max just yet. But if this situation happened where Max gets taken out in the team fight, I think AG will be able to clean house here.
I have to agree with you, and as of now, as the game progresses slowly towards the Tempest Dragon mark, gold lead is not so important anymore as more of these players are getting full slotted right now. As Sony here spots out the Zulia in the bush here, but it gets go through!
Yup, the backline access as well. Max gonna take out Eno for the first time in this game, and at the same time, Lingham tries to go in for the chase. They want the Cat Boom, but they get wrapped around Weibo Gaming. This is the fight they've been looking for. Frigid Charge gonna be landed down as well. Mengxi trying to settle the stun for the team. Lingham, he's falling a bit low, but that's his first life. Jumps in as well, gives his trade. Ran, forced to use his ultimate defensively, but this is the turret at risk. T3s are open, and Weibo Gaming, this could be the one they take one more game back, and maybe the start of a comeback as well. AG desperately defend against the likes of Weibo Gaming. It's going to be numbers advantage still for the side of Weibo Gaming. First one down, second one down. It's all over for AG as they're all healthy. 5 members, Crystal is open, and Weibo Gaming come back.
Weibo Gaming takes game number 4 to pull the series score back to a 1-3. They still remain a sense of life, a breath of life in this series. There is